Alright guys, welcome to the Retro Army Podcast. I'm your host, always, Kevin Morse. I got a very special guest, the man who's doing the impossible right now. The man known as Shannon Lanney, a.k.a. Retro Hanson. He's got games, lots of games. Where are you, how short are you right now in games?
I need 130.
130 short, so he's going to try to do this. So stick around, enjoy the show, and we're going to talk about some of these games he's found. Not showing you yet, though. Alright, thanks guys. Hang on, we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Now we're going to jump right into things with the 15 most recent games you found, correct?
Yes, last 2 months.
Last 2 months. Let me jump to... Let's show you here. I want to go to the one with the torn label first. So this is the Muppets Adventure. Where did you find this thing?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Now you found a few games in Tennessee, right?
About 6.
About 6. So we'll call this part of the Tennessee 6?
The Tennessee 6-pack.
The Tennessee 6-pack. I'll drink a beer to that.
I will too.
Alright. Let's see here. Have you sunk anybody's battleship recently?
Not lately.
But you did need it for your collection.
I did. And I apologize for that.
Where did you find this great game?
Tennessee.
Is this part of the Tennessee 6?
It is.
Oh, we are 2 for 2. Look at us. I'm going to take a gander here. And Alright, you got 2 bad companies I'm looking at right here. I will save what I refer to as the shit rainbow for the second game after this one, because Ocean is known for making okay games, so they can go either way. Now they got the property to Darkman. Good or bad game?
Bad. Terrible.
Where'd you get this game?
Tennessee.
So this is part of the Tennessee 6.
It is.
3 for 3. Now here's the shit rainbow with Beetlejuice.
LJN is not that bad. I'm sure you can look him up. There's a LJN defender who defends. I can't lie. It's a piece of shit. but the LJN defender is real. But this is a piece of shit.
Where'd you get this game?
Up north.
Up north? There's states up north?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to live in Philadelphia, so I know Pennsylvania's up north.
Oh, no, it's way past that. New England? Is that a state?
No, New England's not a state.
That's a football team.
You can tell we're nerds. Alright, let's go to a company that usually makes great games, like Capcom. G.I. Joe. Go Joe?
I wasn't allowed to have guns when I was a kid, like toys and stuff, G.I. Joes. I was more He-Man and like She-Ra, Princess of Power.
I was watching your Facebook and it looked like you were going to start collecting He-Man again.
I do actually already have He-Man and Battle Cat.
That is awesome.
So I do have, you can't just collect one thing because you can't find it.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, well, I'll just go ahead and get this until I can find some more of those.
I got you. Where was that game from?
Florida.
Florida.
There are states south.
Alright, we're going with Crashing the Boys Street Challenge. Where's this from?
Up north.
Up north.
No. Delaware.
Delaware.
Is that a state?
Yes, Delaware is a state, right below or beside somewhere where Pennsylvania.
So it's up north.
There's no taxes. Ha ha! Shy Magic Darts.
Norton, Virginia.
I was born in Norton, Virginia, so this is very close to home. I wouldn't want to play this game. I heard it's terrible.
Yeah, I haven't. Not a fan.
Not a fan. Do you have a Miracle piano?
It's a miracle I found just the card. I don't care about the piano.
It's not a bad card.
No. I fired it up.
It's got a little smudge right there.
Yeah, because you got all these fancy lights. In my little dark dungeon, you wouldn't see that. Just put it down.
Let's see. Let's roll on to Lobo 3. Good game? Bad game?
Never played any of them, but I do have all 3.
I thought Lobo was an interesting game myself, so I'm going to leave it interesting.
Okay.
Just interesting. Alright, now we go on to The Jungle Book!
Tennessee.
It's part of the Tennessee 6?
It is.
Alright.
Like a basketball, then that's 5.
That's 4. 4. Is Mad Max?
Tennessee.
That's probably where Mel Gibson needs to go now. He's a little
Mel
nutty. You know Mad Max?
Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what that is.
Now, I don't really like this game, but earlier we were talking, you're like, I like this game.
This game is awesome. I love it.
Toxic Crusader.
I love it.
Yeah, at least he's got a mop, clean up his crap. Where's this from?
Princeton, West Virginia. Shh.
Aw. Okay, okay. Right here in the backyard.
Right.
Now, I'm going to jump to one of my favorite games of all time. I did save this for the second for last. This is Lemmings.
Literally got it in your backyard. Like, literally, like 50 feet from here.
Like the apartment buildings back here?
Well, let's not go that far. 175.25 feet.
It's a good game, though, isn't it?
I can't get past the first part of it.
Oh my gosh, it's Lemmings. Lemmings was amazing.
And
Now,
that's the title screen. I can't get past the title.
now, we have a Konami game here. What is this game?
This is called Zen Intergalactic Ninja.
Fun game?
I want it to be.
Now, you have a story with this one, though.
Oh yeah, I bought that at a retail store in Withville, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And got it below market price.
What store is that in Withville? What's it called?
Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead, say it.
Video Game Exchange
Video Game Exchange
on Main Street.
in Withville.
The owner's name is Doug. Social security number is 23.
Nope. We can't go that far.
Okay.
All right. Well, those are your most recent games. Up and up, there were one more laying here that just kind of snuck through. And Tecmo made this.
Yes, this is a hard one to get. This is the Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden
Gaiden
3.
The Ancient Ship of Doom. Awesome game.
Awesome game. Hard as hell.
A lot of people don't know that I can actually speed run Ninja Gaiden 1 in 22 minutes.
We're going to take him up on that one day on Let's Play.
Yeah. And this Ninja Gaiden is actually an easy game. It's notoriously known to be difficult, but to me it's
easy game.
That one's hard.
Cool.
That one's hard.
Well, we'll be right back in a minute with some more stories from the road and some fun collector games that he likes to show off because he's trying to get the complete collection like we said earlier. So we'll be back in a second. Yeah! Welcome back, guys. So I guess we're going to jump into basically talking about how collecting NES games now is more of a headache than it was a few years back. Now, for a person going for the entire collection, is it harder to get games now, or is it easier?
To be honest, it's actually easier.
Really? Is that because more people are selling now, or it's definitely a seller's market?
It is definitely a seller's market. People are selling. I do a lot of business. Where I live at, there's not a lot of retail stores, so I have to do Facebook groups, buy, trade.
Okay, so that's where you find these super rare games like this one.
That's a super rare one. You won't find that one.
So, boom! What is so rare about this game?
Because of the center label.
The torn label?
Yeah, the torn label is very rare.
There's only one of its kind in the world.
There's only one just like that.
So this is like the stadium events of Mario Duck Hunts?
Yes.
Alright, let's get into a lot of people talk about how it's harder to get games now or they're just more expensive. You've recently found a game in the wild, and it's a pretty cool story, actually.
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, come on, let's hear it.
Well, I was doing there's before Facebook, there's this little thing called bargain finders ad, and people still use it.
Is it kind of like the Trading Journal?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a lot like the Trading Journal is.
And the funny thing is my mom called me and said, you need to get a bargain finders. A lady's got some games in Richlands.
Richlands, Virginia.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to the store and purchased the bargain finders, and I saw the ad for Xbox games.
Xbox game. You're like, Mama, I'm a Nintendo collector.
No. So I got the bargain finders. I'm like, well, hell, flip through it. It says original Nintendo and Atari games.
Hey!
Call this number. And apparently they're 2 hours away.
Oh.
So I called. Actually, I called. I'm an early bird. I get out. I go to yard sales and stuff like that. So I called at about 8 in the morning, which is late for me. And the lady said, you'd have to call back after 5 and talk to my husband. I said, okay.
So they're lucky you weren't in bed at that point.
Right. And so, honestly, I wasn't even going full with it. I'm like, I'm not going full with it. Well, apparently the guy called me back. Well, I don't have a phone signal at my house. And so he left a voicemail. And I was getting ready to go out of town to visit my buddy. So, well, I'll at least see what he's got. So I call him back. He goes out to his garage and starts flipping through stuff. He says, I got Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Mario 3 and Mega Man. I said, whoa. Mega Man 1? No, it's Mega Man 2. All right, so he names them off. I said, well, you got some common stuff. It's not really worth a 2-hour drive. He said, well, is this a cell phone? I said, yeah. He says, I'll text you a better list in the morning. You could tell he was out in his garage. His kid was there.
Yeah, so he was doing things. So
whatever.
Okay.
So he does. He texts me a big long list of stuff, and I said, I'll be right there.
So you drive out there 2 hours.
2 hours.
You get to this place. Now, was it easy finding the place? Or?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. You got the old talk box. This whole thing here.
The talk box.
That's a talk box. I put the Google Map address in it, and it took me right to it.
All right, so you get to the store. You're looking through the games. And does anything immediately catch your eye at this store?
Not really.
Not really? So you just start going through the games, and what kind of games did they have in there?
Well, you're skipping ahead.
Okay.
Because after I done met this guy, I done bought it. It was 2 Nintendos, some games and stuff. I'm on my way back home. Okay. And I stop at the only pawn shop within a 70-mile radius that's circular.
Oh, okay. So you went and met a guy. You bought some stuff off him. Yeah. And then you find a pawn shop there's nothing around, not another pawn shop for 70 miles at that point.
No, and this is Southwest Virginia where they shoot lots of guns.
Hey, you didn't get shot, you're here, so.
I am. I'm still here.
Okay, so you go to the pawn shop, I take it then?
Yes.
Okay, so you go to the pawn shop.
And they got Super Nintendo games, flipping through them, sports. N64 games, sports. Nintendo games, sports.
Oh, wow! You get the Sports of Rarity game. So Pro Sport Hockey is...
Pro Sport Hockey.
Now, what I love about Pro Sport Hockey, for one, it is Jaleco. Now, what's Jaleco known for with other Nintendo games?
Bases loaded.
Bases loaded, but also, what happened to their end labels on most of their games?
It says Jaleco.
This one actually says Pro Sport Hockey.
And I get a lot of people calls me and says, they got Dick Tracy, Bart Simpson, Jaleco.
Jaleco. So what makes this game rare for the NES library?
The NHLPA license.
That is correct. So it's got real NHL players in it.
Yes.
And another cool feature about this game is it has the vertical layout of the rink. not the side to side, like, you know, and I love Blades of Steel. Ice hockey was fun even when I was a kid. This game is a blast, though.
Very, very underrated game. You could tell a reseller had been through the area and had no idea. It just seemed sports.
Now, when I originally saw you posted this picture, it had a price label over here.
It did.
And what did that price label say?
$3.
And how much did you actually pay for this game?
$3. No tax.
No tax, $3.
Because I wouldn't have done the $3.12.
And on the current market for Nintendo games, what does something like this run?
About $75.99 would be the cheapest.
So this definitely is one of the rare wild finds that you can come across nowadays.
It is. You know, believe it or not, it's not as rare as stadium events, but it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, it's definitely up there, and it's a fun game. It's actually, most of the hockey games on NES were good games.
Oh, hockey's just a good game, period.
Yeah, so definitely an awesome find, an awesome story with this one. I know, you know, you won't forget about that one.
Oh, that's, you know, the feeling that, you know, you found something to add to your collection that you didn't have for cheap. It's really not, it ain't about the value, but just to find it.
Yeah, just to find the game is awesome, especially as close as you are to completing that library.
Yes, I need another 130.
130.
And it's the weird ones, like Pro Sport
Hockey. Now, thankfully, you don't need like some of the games that have become like really, really like outrageously expensive at this point.
Right. Pretty much got all those.
Yeah, so we'll jump into one of those games. A lot of people, this is the game. This is one of their holy grail games. The gameplay's not so good per se, but people want this game because it is a later release NES game as well as really hard to find.
It's definitely hard to get, Kevin.
Plus, you just had to throw that Kevin in there.
Yes.
Yeah, it is hard to get, and it is a Taito game, not LJN.
No. And there's nothing wrong with LJN, just for the record.
Yeah, so we has Flintstone surprise at Dino Peak.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one to get. I got it. I personally don't like the game.
But it is one you need for your collection.
Sadly.
Was it one of those that, you know, when the opportunity came up, you knew it would be hard to find, so immediately you're just like, I need to buy it?
Yeah, I got a good deal locally. I got to check it out. I got to see it in person. I didn't have to worry about, you know, any repros or fakes or nothing like that.
Yeah, because with the fakes and the repros, it becomes so rampant now. And you can definitely tell this is legit. And another thing that you can tell about these games is the weight. A lot of times the weight is wrong, but when I'm comparing, you know, it's totally...
Yeah,
and you open your games.
Yes, and with this game in particular, the weight and the back label's right. It has the later release back label.
And the board was proper in it.
The board checked out. And the end label has damage done to it. A lot of people, when they fake games, they, for some reason, make a perfect label.
Yeah, I don't get that either, because they used to put like reproduction or something down here. And another thing you can kind of tell is this label has had its days on the edge here.
It's definitely used.
Now, you've definitely, you can repair these though. There's a really easy trick for repairing labels.
Yes, I use a purple kids glue. It's like a little can, just got a little roll can, and use it dries clear. But that's what I use. But however, on a cart like this,
you wouldn't do it.
I won't do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
I could probably take a razor blade to the end label and repair it, but I think it just adds authenticity the way it is.
Yeah, and you really don't want to mess with a game. You know, if it was the ultra rare Mario Duck Hunt, I could totally see doing that. But the ultra rare Flintstones, I couldn't see doing that at all.
I don't even think I cleaned that one. I'm not touching it.
You're gonna let it be. Yeah, I was wondering because the contacts were a little dirty in there.
Yeah, I haven't.
You don't want to open that one. I don't blame you.
Well, I have opened it, but I just don't want to mess with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did authenticate it. And another game that a lot of people are having a hard time finding. It's an awesome game.
This game is it worth the price tag? No. Is it fun as hell? Fuck yeah.
So this is another Taito release, another late Taito release. A lot of people want this game. The prices have been everywhere for this too right now.
It's ridiculous.
And it was another one. You got local, and you just had to jump on the deal when it was there.
I couldn't pass it up.
This one is Little Samson.
Yes.
Everybody has heard of this game now. Before, a couple years ago, nobody really even heard of this game.
Oh, no.
And now with the market just going all apeshit crazy, people are, extremely, I don't even know the words to say. They just want this.
In 2008, you could have bought this on eBay for $90.
I love the back of this. I'm just holding this and I'm like, do not store in extreme temperatures. Do not immerse in water. Do not clean with thinner alcohol or other such solvents. Did you clean this one?
I did with alcohol.
Now, was it kind of nerve-wracking to open this one up and clean it and all? No. So this one was more nerve-wracking than this one.
Kinda.
And it's just because Little Samson, it looks like it has one blemish on the label there.
Yeah, you could be picky about the little nick.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Because if the label was perfect, it would raise questions.
Yeah, but it don't have that in label, kind of like Flintstones there does.
No, the Samson, and you probably can't see it, but there is a little crush damage on the Flintstones.
Yeah, we'll try to.
I don't know, you probably won't be able to see it.
Hey, you can kind of see it.
But
hey, you got these in your collection. These are two very hard to find games for most collectors.
Very hard to find.
All right, so pretty much we've went through some of the gems. We've went through some of the recent pickups. What is the one thing you would tell anybody wanting to start getting into collecting NES right now?
Don't. Don't do it. Just send them to me.
It has become a little bit more crazy. Alright guys, well that's all the time we have for today. If I can ever find the exit music for us, we will get out of here. Oh, there it is. Hopefully it starts playing here in a second. But yeah, totally guys. Thanks for watching the Retro Army Podcast. That's an awesome game. Here, I'll hold this just to look like I'm important. But yeah, thanks for watching the Retro Army Podcast. We had a blast today talking about NES games, NES collecting, just looking over some of the stuff he has. Of course, he has a really cool bag over here, which, I don't know if we touched on it. We might have touched on it. The NES lock box for the cheap collectors.
Z-Bag, Cheap Man's Lock Box.
Cheap Man Lock Box. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We had fun filming this show. We're going to get to playing some games, so y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out of here.